What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, this is going to be a quicker video. Not as much to talk about. I did a video on the Chavez Jr. Brian Vera post fight. That one had me hot. That had me pissed off. I don't feel the rightful person won. I felt Brian Vera showed a tremendous heart, being the smaller man, and just being a good sport, going in and letting Chavez's team dictate all the weights, changing the weights numerous times. He didn't weigh in the night of the fight, so he probably weighed something crazy. He changed the number of rounds it was. He was probably getting the smaller purse, I'm assuming, just everything. So props to Brian Vera for being a true warrior and a good sport, even though he was robbed in his decision. As far as Adonis Stevenson and Tavoris Cloud, um, I was really let down with Tavoris Cloud. I meant to make a prediction video, but I've been really busy. I got a lot of stuff on the books, so you guys will see that on my channel. Just been working, and I didn't get around to saying it, but I did have Adonis Stevenson winning. I think on my social networks I put a prediction. I'm not sure, but in my mind I definitely had Adonis Stevenson winning. But I did think this fight would be a lot more competitive. I wanted to see how Adonis Stevenson held up to a true 175 pounder, and that person would be Tavoris Cloud, and he really passed with flying colors. Adonis Stevenson has been a fighter who was stopped by Darnell Boone, who's given other people fits like Andre Ward, but to me he's more of kind of like a journeyman or a fighter that never really led up to anything. Um, Very beatable, and it made me question kind of where Adonis Stevenson's head's at. But at the same time, he's reinventing himself. Um, it definitely worked in the Chad Dawson first round KO. That was a shocking upset for a lot of people. And he reinvented himself, and he has the momentum swinging his way. I did think this fight again was going to be more competitive than it was. I thought there'd be some good shots landed by Tavoris Cloud, but really through the entirety, it was all the Adonis Stevenson show, the Superman show. So he really lived up to his name. He did what he wanted, and when he wanted against Tavoris Cloud, and he made Tavoris Cloud look really bad. Tavoris Cloud appeared to be hurt multiple times in the fight. He was receiving cuts and just constant leather. He didn't actually get knocked down, but he had some close scares where he just took some punishment. And Adonis Stevenson looks like the real deal. He moved up to 175. I believe this is Adonis Stevenson's second fight at 175, and he's thrown down with the big dogs. Tavoris Cloud was supposed to be a feared puncher. I really think it's just a wrap for Don King. To my knowledge, Don King's last remaining fighter under his promotional banner is Tavoris Cloud, a fighter who just now received his second loss. He lost to Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins showed you how to do it. He used all of his veteran experience and took the big puncher and gave him his first official L. The Campillo fight, a lot of people thought Tavoris Cloud lost that, but on the books, he won the fight, even though it was a robbery. But Bernard Hopkins gave, without a doubt, he gave Tavoris Cloud an L. And I think that Adonis Stevenson used a chapter out of Bernard Hopkins' book. He realized that movement severely bothers Tavoris Cloud. He can't get off with his punches. Kind of like Sergio Martinez versus Chavez Jr. Certain guys, they have to reset. And actually, I think Chavez Jr. looked better, especially with his 12th round performance. Um, he looked better overall than Tavoris Cloud. Like I said, Tavoris Cloud, he landed like one punch that I can remember. And I think Roy Jones or somebody commented on it. But he didn't land anything of any significance to me throughout this whole fight. He looked frustrated from the opening bell from round one all the way into the stoppage when he was TKO'd. His corner stopped it and seen enough. His eyes were both bleeding. And like I said, Adonis Stevenson did his thing. He has the power in his hand to give anyone fits, really. Um, I still think he would have problems with Andre Ward, but we have to see how Andre Ward looks coming back off of rehab. Boxing is very gritty, and just some fighters being absent, having long layoffs, sometimes you have ring rust. You could be a pound for pound great and not come back the same. So I've seen it time and time again. We have to see how Andre Ward looks against Edwin Rodriguez to see if he looks like he lost a step or if he can still compete at the highest level that got him ranked number 2 pound for pound and on a lot of people's radar after the Super 6 tournament. So I would definitely like to see Stevenson versus Andre Ward. That'd be a good fight. Um, a fight with Bernard Hopkins would be interesting just to see if the old man could pull it off against a big puncher, someone who shows more composure and just overall boxing abilities. I think Adonis Stevenson definitely mixed it up. He showed he was more than just a puncher in this particular fight, that he can box you. He can. I didn't know he was so fast. Like, he looked like he had a good amount of hand speed. Not a Amir Khan hand speed, but it looked like his hand speed was very deceptive and just overall a good speed. It wasn't like he was like molasses, like a Brandon Rios or someone who throws slower. So I was impressed with his speed, and I was impressed with his movement. He seemed like a big guy. If you just look at his back, he looked almost bigger than Tavoris Cloud, who was light heavyweight, campaigning at light heavyweight, who's been fighting at 175 or whatever. And this is only his second fight at 175 to my knowledge. So Adonis Stevenson looked good. He had the physique. He showed that he had good conditioning because he didn't look really fatigued like Tavoris Cloud was looking. He just gave Tavoris Cloud so many different looks, and really it was a masterful performance from him. Just with everything, like I said, movement. He showed the power was there. He mixed up his punches. He used the jab in certain rounds. He used it more than others, but Adonis Stevenson just kept flicking out that jab, just keeping a punch out there. And jabs are so underutilized from today's fighter. A jab is your best friend, especially if you're getting into the higher weight classes, because I mean, these guys have the power to one punch knock you out, and a jab sets up so much, and again, it's just underutilized in the sport of boxing. So great performance from Superman Adonis Stevenson. Like I said, I would really be down to watch him mix it up with anyone. The Butte Pascal winner, I think they fight in December. That fight was postponed. If he gets in there with the old man Bernard Hopkins, just to see if Bernard Hopkins can make history again, withstand a big puncher who's probably going to be smarter than when Hopkins fought Tavoris Cloud. An Andre Ward fight, a Sergey Kovalev fight would be amazing. Just two fighters with known power. See how they both hold up. I thought that's what this was going to be. Tavoris Cloud, two strong punchers. I thought it was going to be kind of Lucas Matisse, Danny Garcia-ish, to the point where I thought Adonis Stevenson would win, but I thought Tavoris Cloud would have some moments at least, and then I thought as the fight wore on, Adonis Stevenson would possibly stop him late or win a comfortable decision by capturing more of the championship rounds. But I was wrong in that sense. I had the right person winning, but I was wrong in the sense of he made it look easy. He made it look like Superman. And Tavoris Cloud just looked pretty shitty. So like I said, as far as Don King Promotions, don't really know where that's going because I don't know what fighters they have that are relevant. So let me know what you guys think of Adonis Stevenson. What's next for him? Who would you like to see him face off against in his next fight? Like I said, second fight at 175. He's doing his thing. So let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see him drop down, fight a Carl Froch or Andre Ward? What do you want to see? Let me know. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.